Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Underwater FlyZone podcast. I'm in a good mood because I'm in my favorite place in America, Maryville, Missouri, baby. And I'm with the homie today, Jordan Murphy.
Yes,
been a
sir.
long time
yes,
coming.
Sir, bro.
Welcome to the pod, baby.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing today,
I'm
bro?
great, man. This is awesome. I love the setup that we got going on here. It's fantastic. It's been a long time coming, though.
Definitely. Hey,
We'll talk
shout
about
out
this
to
for a
my
minute.
brother Carson, man. Carson,
Yes,
we're
sir.
in his apartment right now. That's
Yeah.
why the whole setup's all janky. I'm actually taking a little pit stop in Maryville for the night because we're on our way to Nebraska. By we, I mean me. On my way to
One man
Nebraska. Yes, sir. We got the Nebraska event tomorrow, and I'm repping a little bit of red today. I see Jordan's repping red
Yes,
as well.
sir.
We got the Indiana Hoosiers tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your thoughts on the game tonight, bro?
I mean, I like Mendoza. I think Mendoza's
too.
great, and
I
I
do
think
too.
that what's his name? Their head coach.
Yep, I know.
I
don't
can't
know
think of his name right now, but man, I mean, I don't really know ball like that, but
Exactly.
I know that he's a winner, and
Yeah.
I like Indiana a lot, man. So I think they're gonna go to the chip.
I do as well. I really
Yeah.
like their story. You know,
Me too.
They came from nothing. They're
yeah,
the worst.
they're a basketball school.
Yeah.
Like it's cool to see where they're at, man. And
No, for
Mendoza's,
sure.
Mendoza's the truth. I
For
like him
sure.
a lot,
I really
man.
like Mendoza and Oregon. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big Oregon guy.
Yeah, what is cool is their head coach Lanning. He coached at Liberty.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so
Oh,
he came
okay.
from he came from Missouri, which is cool. But sorry, man.
I guess it's a win-win tonight.
Yeah, if they
Yeah.
win, that's cool. But
Exactly.
I mean, I want Indiana to win for sure.
Most definitely,
But,
most
yeah, man.
definitely. But anyways, yeah, is that why you're repping the red?
No, man, I'm repping the red because this is just one of the first pieces I ever copped.
Now you guys know if it has the oval on it,
Yeah.
the oval with the UWFZ,
Yeah.
you know it's an OG.
Yeah,
right there.
I mean, he was. You're great friends with Zane. You know,
Yes, sir.
as people know, Source Collections. I don't know if you guys know him or not. That's a free plug for Zane.
If you don't know him, you'll know him soon because
Right
we're
now.
doing a big collab coming up.
Yes,
I
sir.
won't say too much.
But yeah, man, he put me on, and he was like, "Hey, man, I think you would really like what Foster's got going on, And I listened to some of the pods, and I'm like, man, this guy's like, I don't know, you were like the voice for a lot of young men and women I didn't, that a lot of people didn't know that they had, is what I felt, and I'm like, man, that's just so cool to see, and I don't know, I just immediately caught on with what you were doing, and I've been
Man,
a
I
huge
really
fan.
respect you
Absolutely,
saying that,
man.
bro.
No, it's
Y'all
cool.
hearing this?
Yeah, no, that's the truth. I'm not just saying that to gas you up for real, man. Like, it's been a cool thing to watch, like, unfold because, like, everyone's got ideas and everyone's got, man, I want to do this, but, like, you go out and do it, like, consistently over and over. And I know that's tiring and, like, hard, but that's part of the process. And,
Most
like,
definitely.
we were kind of talking about that earlier, like, loving the process, man.
Yeah.
I love the process. It's so, like, so much beauty in it.
Yeah,
and then if
most
it turns
definitely.
out well, which, like, it's continuing to go well for you, but, like, there's ups and downs, but you
Oh,
just
yeah.
got to roll with the punches. Like,
Yeah, bro. I was actually talking about it on my Instagram story
Yeah.
yesterday. I don't know if you saw this,
Yeah.
but we have been slow to start the year.
Right.
Like we got 3 orders this whole year as of yesterday.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to post about this. I
Right.
always post about the pop-up going well, the speaking engagement
Right.
going well. When do I ever post when times are slow, So, yeah, I wanted to post about that. You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
4 orders today.
Really?
4 orders today.
That's God.
Yeah, no,
That's God.
most definitely. Now, that being said, one of them I had to refund. I'm sorry to the person out there that they ordered a hoodie from like last year that's been out of stock for a minute. And I don't know why the website said we
Just
had
didn't
one.
Let you know. Yeah.
Yeah, like the inventory was off.
Man.
Like it should have said sold out. I didn't even catch it. And so I apologize.
Yeah.
I
Hey, it
apologize.
happens.
Yeah, nah, bro. So I don't know. But so 4 orders today, but technically 3 only are going through.
It's going up though.
Yeah,
That's like
most
that's
definitely.
double the numbers from the
Yeah,
whole year.
bro.
So there
this
you go.
is like a normal day.
Right.
I was getting so used to 3-4 orders a day, and we
Yeah.
don't do any advertising, so
Yeah.
like I was in a goated position.
That's what's
bro.
so cool to me. Like I don't see like the plugs that I do see is like your fans and like your friends and like it's not just like anybody just like throwing it. Like they really respect what you got going on, and that's
Appreciate
like
that.
that's nice to have. You don't want to just have
Most
like
definitely.
fake love.
Yeah, most definitely. And we do this to raise
Right.
raise the message, spread the message. We do this to really bring people together, and so
Right.
like this is it's crazy that this is technically a business now
Mm-hmm.
because it's never through my lens been viewed as a business.
Right. It's just been like your life.
Yeah. So anyways, bro, let's talk more about you though, bro. What I remember, so way back in the day, I did the podcast with Zane like years ago. That was before I had dreads even.
Yeah,
Like,
that
was
was
a
a
long
minute.
time
That was a
ago.
minute, yeah.
And you hit me up. We should do a podcast.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to do it, just never really happened. And then like some time went by, and we did season 3. No, not season 3. It was season like 5 or 6. I can't remember the season.
yeah.
I put out a thing though and said, hey, I'm taking 10 guests. Fill the form out. My boy filled the form out, and that season only went like 7 episodes.
Yep.
That's basically.
Well, you were busy.
You
were doing. I mean, you were doing a lot, man. Like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put my name out there, and like I don't know, it was one thing, you know, like if this ain't gonna happen this weekend, like let's try and it never worked out.
Yeah, and I've been telling you for the longest, I'm like, this is going to work. Right. I promise you it's gonna work.
Yep.
So, bro, what's made you want to still, after me being so like slow,
man,
why did you want to come on this podcast? I just want to start with it, bro. Like, what you've been thinking about this for a minute. It's kind of been in the talks.
No, yeah.
But why do you want to be on this podcast today? And I just want to hear your story, you know?
I mean, honestly, a big reason why I wanted to get on here and talk is like, I had a friend whenever I was in high school. I was a junior in high school. It was like, she was my best friend, and her name was Bailey Hilzebeck. And we did everything together. Like from the time that we were little, like we were basically like brother and sister. Yeah. And I lost her to suicide, and the whole community did in 2016. It was February 5th, 2016. Like it was just something that was like, I don't know, it just shocks you. Like you just don't know how to move on, sort of thing.
Yeah. And
like your whole world stops. And I stepped into a role that day that like I was just not comfortable with ever being in before. Like I was like a pretty laid back kid, like not a whole lot, like really, like I never really thought like bigger picture. Mm-hmm. Like I was just very like surface level, and like how is this affecting me right now, you know? But whenever something like that happens, like you don't get to think like what's happening right now. Like there's so much going through your head.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I would just speak about it with certain people, and like a lot of people seem to like relate to what I was saying, because like it was such a small community. Like I grew up in Barnard, so there's like 14 people in my class. So like there's
tiny.
There's not a whole lot of people that are like, I don't know, very like outgoing. A lot of people, and I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. Like
no.
It's just like similar thinking.
It's small town living.
That's just how like I did it for a long time.
What high school did you go to?
South Nottoway.
That was. I don't know if
I was gonna say you haven't been there yet.
I don't think I was there.
I haven't seen you there. So like they combined with Jefferson for like baseball, softball, basketball now. So that's in conception.
Hey, if South Nottoway was there, I'm sorry, but they were collabing schools. So when I did that little tour, it was for 17 districts. Oh, well, I don't know if
they probably were. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised.
If you were there, thank you.
Yeah.
I just can't remember.
Yeah,
but anyways, not to interrupt.
No, man, you're good. You're good. Yeah, so I mean, you're growing up in a small town, and like there's just not a whole lot of like outspoken, you know, people, and I definitely never even thought about mental health.
Yeah.
Ever. Like it wasn't something that even like crossed my mind. And when that happened, I don't know, I just stepped into a role, like I said, where I was just like, you know, you guys need anything, you let me know. Like I didn't know what I was going to do for them, but I just letting them know like, man, I am here if you need me.
Yeah.
Because like the thought of ever going through something like that again is just something I never want anyone to experience.
That's powerful what you just like. That's why I do what I do.
That's the whole reason why I go. Like there's so many people that I talk to that I've never, you know, met. They'll reach out through social media, and I'm like, this is so cool that I posted something that I was posting for. Yeah, you know, I was posting a little bit for myself, but yeah, I'm definitely posting it for others, and to see it actually reaching that audience of like men and some women too. I think women are a little bit better about it in some aspects.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You see, like I said, that's why I, you know, wanted to come on this podcast. I'm like, man, it's cool to see somebody else having the same sort of story, you know, similar aspects happen, and, you know, just to see it unfold is just, it's so cool to me, man. Like, that's the big reason why I wanted to do it, because, you know, I've just seen how you've talked about it, and it's interesting. So I think it's really cool.
First of all, I'm sorry to hear about your friend. Thank you, to everybody out in the town that went through that. You know, that's such a significant thing to go through, and it's so life-changing, you know. Right. And I feel like from what I've known, you've done a good job of taking the negative and turn it into a positive. And I guess my biggest question is for you, how were you able to do that? Because, you know, when these things happen, it's so life-changing. It feels like the version of you that existed before has gone away. And there's a new version of yourself, you know?
Absolutely.
So in that new version for me was very negative. There's a lot of bad that came with it.
Absolutely.
So I actually had to get rid of that version and create a third version of myself, you know? So how for you were you able to do that?
You know, it's everyone's journey is different too. Like that's a big thing that people like, I could look at you and be like, man, I wish that I could have, going on what he's got going on, man. Like, it's so easy to have that mindset of like, man, I wish that things would have gone different, or like it's, I wish it could go this way for me. But the truth is that's not what God has in store for you. Mm-hmm. No matter if you want to face it or not, like that is just the truth. Like you cannot plan. I mean, you can do as much planning on something as you want to do. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's out of your reach. It's in God's hands.
Yeah. Most
like definitely. That's just what I've learned. And so no matter what, how many times, and I coped in some bad ways. Like I would, I'd go out, drink, and I would go out and be around people that I thought really, cared about me, and like they just didn't.
Yeah.
And that's rough. That's a hard thing to like come to realize, but it took me a little bit longer than maybe it could have, or maybe it just took the exact right amount of time that I needed it to.
Yeah.
And so yeah, similar thing happened with me where like after she had passed away, I was like telling myself, man, I'm doing the right things. Like this is what I need to do. This is just how I'm coping with it. And the harsh reality was that it was not like that. Yeah. That was not the right way to be dealing with that. Mm-hmm. Like I was being very harsh, and like I was being judgmental, and just not ways that I need to be. Yeah. Like
for sure. That was me as well. Yeah. I call myself. I was very angry.
Yeah, I was angry.
The biggest word I would use for myself would be careless. I was very careless at that time.
I didn't care.
Yeah,
about anything.
Yes,
my relationship with my parents, my relationship with God, my relationship like with my girlfriend at the time, like there was just things I did not care about.
Relationship with yourself.
Right, and that's on top literally. Of it all.
I remember like driving to school, bro. I wouldn't even like wear a seatbelt.
Yeah,
I'd be like, whatever happens, bro. And that is just it's like. That's not you actually doing the physical act of taking your own life, but I mean it's
just as bad.
Just as bad.
You just got lucky.
It's the same intention in a way. So I mean, I would just say, man, dude, I relate with you in that aspect.
Yeah, man, it's unfortunate, but it's just part of it. And
yeah,
I mean, I really do think that you have to go through hell to get to heaven. Like, I don't think that there is some people that do have that opportunity, to like. Always have, it seems like things are going well, and that's awesome, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
and that's okay. Like it's okay to go through that.
Yeah,
that's a big part of like what my main focus is with talking to these to people is like, man, it's okay that things are not going okay.
Definitely.
Like, and that you're not okay. That's okay, man. Like I'm not gonna look at you any differently because something's going on with you. Like if anything, I'm gonna be there for you more.
Yeah, for sure.
So like that was my biggest thing. Like I just want to let people know, man, I am here for you. Even we're experiencing the same thing, the same pain, same hurt, but I am here for you. Like you let one person know that, and then maybe they'll let someone else know I'm here. And like that's my whole goal. Like I just want people to be collective, like working on things together, towards an end goal that's helpful.
Mm-hmm. So most definitely, bro. And I feel like the biggest thing, if someone's watching this feeling kind of can relate with what we were just talking about, but maybe you're in that spot right now, I would just say the biggest thing is reaching out to somebody, because that was the thing I did not want to do. No. And I feel like the reason I didn't want to do it was actually because the enemy, the devil, was trying to hold me back from taking that step, because he knew if I did reach out, that would be the breakthrough.
Absolutely.
And that was the breakthrough for me. I did reach out. I remember going down to my parents one night and just crying and telling them what I was going through. And from that day forward, I was taking steps forward,
right?
And that was a huge step forward. It's almost like, when there's a boulder, I don't know if you've seen this analogy, but there's like a boulder. It's so hard to get it moving, but once you finally make,
a little bit of momentum.
Get that little momentum, get it rolling a little bit, it's going to gain momentum. It's going to go faster and faster. You're going to get momentum behind it moving. And that's the way I see it, man. Reaching out is like the most scary thing to do, especially for men.
Right.
Because we don't want to be seen as weak.
Right.
We feel like reaching out makes us weak. We feel like people will look down on us.
Which is so odd to me. Truly. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I've never really been like, obviously like, would lift weights and I'd play sports or whatever. But I was never really like man, I can't, like, I don't know. It's just so weird to me that people would be like, why are you talking about your feelings? Like, why would I not? Like,
I
don't know any other way, like, to go through things other than like expressing myself and letting how, how I feel about the situation. Yeah. So like, I don't know. It's just like, it's unfortunate.
I feel like, whenever you're a kid and your parents are like, hey, grandparents are coming over, clean your room.
Right.
You would just kind of take all the crap and just shove it into a corner, just shove it under the bed, you know?
They don't look.
Exactly. Just present this nice appearance, but everything's kind of shoved away. That's how we present ourselves in public.
That's a good analogy.
You know, we go out in the public and especially on social media is where I see a lot.
Absolutely.
Like, dude, that's going back to what I said earlier. That's kind of why I posted that whole thing. But
absolutely.
Yeah, dude, it's just like we want to tuck away all of our problems and pretend they're not there and present this like clean room.
I'm doing great.
Yeah. When in the reality, it's like, dude, we all got stuff under
There's
the bed.
There's stuff hidden.
Man,
like, yeah, for sure, man.
Exactly.
That's a great analogy. Yeah,
dude,
I
don't take credit. Like Heather Palmer, shout out to you.
I like, Heather Palmer. I like that. That's that's a really
hard.
good way to look at it. Absolutely.
But, yeah, no, that's crazy, bro. But hey, I got so much more we need to get into. I want to double check that camera.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be real mad.
Yeah, you're good.
And then we'll get into it.
Yep.
That's still going at least. That never failed. Bro.
I like that hat though.
Dude, thank you, bro. I got a huge hat collection.
Yeah.
I'm a hat addict.
I think is that your car out there with like all the hats in the back row or no?
Wait, what do you mean?
Never mind. I already see. There's a guy out there with like 15 hats on his back.
No,
like
that ain't me.
okay.
I would say it was my brother, but
he ain't here.
He's a hat addict as well. Actually we all are. We did a hat episode one time.
Really?
Just comparing our
that.
collections. Yeah, me and my brother and two of our other friends we have like hat collections.
Right.
Like big time. And we were like, grab your top 5, bring them out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a ranking. And one of my hats placed. Maybe I think I won first place.
Really?
One of my hats got. I
used to have an old a Monarchs hat. It was like the red pinstripes. With the red bill.
Yeah.
No idea where it went though.
Dang, dude, that's
no idea where it went. It was lost it somewhere when I was moving. But
But anyways, getting back into this, I'm glad you came on. I feel like I feel like those topics are so important to talk about. I want to ask you though. Okay, this is a difficult question just on the spot, but like, what's like a story in your coming out of that? Like, is there any story? It could be positive or negative or whatever. I feel like stories are what really connect us as people,
absolutely.
though, especially everybody watching. That's how you really. I don't know. What's a story you could tell us about that time coming out of it? I'll try to think of one myself too.
You're good, yeah. I would say a big one for me was, I was telling myself that I was, like I said, I was doing all these right things. Like, man, I never thought that I was just setting goals for myself that were obtainable. And I was telling myself, like, man, this was something I was never going to be able to, like, just kind of lying to myself.
Okay.
And I was like, man, this was something I never thought that I was going to be able to reach. But in the back of my head, I was like, I know I can reach this. So, like, I was setting the bar just low for myself. Mm-hmm. Like, I wasn't wanting to expand more on, things that I thought that I was good at. Like, I would have never tried to, like, explore that.
Okay.
And because it was scary. It was trying something new. It's like, man, what if people make fun of you? Or, like, what if that thought was always in the... And that's another thing, like, you can doubt yourself as much as you want, man, but, like, you have to be your biggest supporter at the end of the day. You have to be, like, especially whenever you do have that clouded judgment, and you just got to be focused on yourself, I think. But so I think that, with that, I was really scared, and I was like, man, I don't know what I'm missing, but, like, it feels like I'm right there. And I would say it was January or February, I just had a terrible dream, like a awful dream. And I don't know. I just felt like something was, like, holding me back. Yeah. And I was like, man, I don't know what it is that is holding me back. And then I just started reading the Bible. Like, I had been, growing up, I was involved in my church, but I'm not going to lie. Whenever Bailey had passed away, like, my faith was very clouded. And it was like, I don't know. I was putting the blame. I wanted to put the blame on somebody so bad, so I decided to put it on God, which is just blasphemy. Like, I can't believe that I did that. And it was something that I felt very convicted about, and I was like, man, He knows that I used to feel this way. Yeah. And it felt like it was like, I don't know. For me, I was like, man, it's gonna be hard to, like, try to talk to Him again after, like, the last relationship that I had with Him. In my eyes, I was like, man, like, why would you let this happen? You know, sort of thing. And I don't know. I finally just started giving thanks to God instead of asking God why. Mm-hmm. And, instead of asking God, why did you put me through this? I was thanking God that and I still do thank God that He put me through that situation, because I would have never had the opportunity to come on this podcast with you right now. Yes. We could have never, you got to make the light out of it, man. Like, as bad of a situation as it may be, you have got to find the positive out of it. Yeah. Like, no matter what it is in your everyday to day life, I try to find the wins in everything, man. Mm-hmm. Like, no matter what it, man, my car started up again. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
I got heat to, like, I write down every morning. I'm writing down things that I'm thankful for.
Definitely.
Like, that's something I'm big on that. Like, my prayers and, like, for real, my relationship with God is something that has grown so much over the last year. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not a pastor. Like, everybody meets God in their own way.
Most definitely.
But I really do think that has improved my life tremendously.
For sure,
and
bro.
it's made my vision so much more clear on what it is that I want to do.
Yeah.
Who I want to talk to and things like, things of that nature. And so that's kind of my testimony. Like, that's my story. And
that's kind of why I asked that question. I was hoping you went there, bro.
Man,
absolutely. That's perfect, dude.
Yeah, man.
For me, I remember I was going through so much pain just like you were. And I started hitting the gym, and I was like getting disciplined and doing all these things, and I started this brand, and the brand started growing, and I'm like, all this stuff is growing, and dude, I was like always like scrawny. I'm still pretty scrawny,
right, man. It's all good.
But bro, I was like, bro, I'm getting bigger. Like all this stuff was going on, and it was like healing me. But I would still have these times where I was depressed and stuff.
Like,
So I'm like, man, like all this stuff's going so good, and I'm disciplined and I feel good during the day, and then it's like time to go to bed, and I'm like having depressed thoughts and stuff.
Yep.
And what's crazy is that it was my wife that showed me, because I've always believed in God my whole life.
Yeah.
But she showed me that you could actually have a relationship with Jesus, and that's what changed my life. And we started going to this church called Paradigm, shout out Paradigm, on Tuesdays. And man, Paradigm changed my life. It changed my paradigm, my way of thinking.
That's cool.
And dude, yeah, just like you, I would say that it was when I found God truly that I've experienced that breakthrough.
Yeah.
And that's when the depression, all those thoughts went away. This is a perfect time to bring it up, bro. Hold on. Let me fix my hat before I talk.
Go ahead.
Bro, today, hold up. Let's make this right. We got to throw it on backwards for this story. Good enough. No, not good enough. Okay, good enough. Who cares? We're going back to front.
You're good, bro.
This hat, I love this hat. I appreciate you saying it was dope.
Yeah.
But it's beat.
Yeah, hey, I wear my stuff, man. I wear my stuff
for sure.
too. Yeah,
for sure. But anyways, so today I was gonna leave the house. I was at my parents' house. All the merch is based out of my parents' basement, bro.
I like that. I like that, man.
Exactly,
that's
dude.
Cool.
It's my old bedroom at my parents' house.
There's something beautiful about that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I
cool.
call it the warehouse. It ain't a warehouse.
Right.
It's my parents' basement.
Right.
But basically, I was packing the car as I always do, and my mom, when I was leaving, she's like, "Be safe. Be safe on the drive." And I said, "I will." And then in my head, I thought, what if something happened?
Right.
And this is like crazy. This happened today. Today's been a crazy day for me. I didn't tell you about this. I've been on so many calls today with there's some certain business decision I'm trying to make, and it's kind of stressing me the heck out. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
And dude, there's a lot of pressure. I don't talk about this a lot, but there's a lot of pressure in my day-to-day life.
Absolutely,
pressure
man,
about merch orders. I just placed a 2,000-piece merch order. I don't know how much people know about merch, but that cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I've been going through a lot of pressure with that, with speaking stuff.
Right.
Dude, I've been feeling pressure recently, and today when she said be safe, I thought, what if I wasn't?
Right.
What if something happened? I wouldn't have to deal with this pressure. I wouldn't have to wake up and be overwhelmed. I wake up and sometimes I'm just like, I just want to lay here for like, give me 20 more minutes, man. Yeah, come on. Dude, there's so much going to be going on today. Like,
I just don't want to
not
do
ready
it.
for exactly, bro. And I had that thought, which I haven't had a thought like that in a minute. But today I had that thought of just like, man, if something happened, I wouldn't have to deal with all this. And then I thought about my wife and our future and our kids that we're hoping to start having here in the next year or so.
Right.
And I think about my little dog, Maverick, man, and how much he loves me and how much I love spending time with him, going on walks and stuff. And then my family, my friends, and this brand. And I start to think about the message behind this movement. Your life is worth living.
Right.
And it's those things that make life worth living. And then I had this thought. Now, I'm going down a rabbit hole, but just bear with me now.
I'm following.
Bear with me. So I think about your life is worth living. It's all these things that make life worth living. My wife, my dog, all that for me is enough for me to stay here. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's enough for me to feel that thought that the devil put in my mind and say,
immediately.
exactly, That's a lie.
I don't even know who you're. Yeah,
yeah. That's
that's
you?
stupid. I'm so blessed to be here. How can you even have this thought?
Exactly.
That's the devil trying to give you
Always,
doubt, though,
bro.
man. He's all. No matter what, man. I got baptized. It's actually such a blessing. I got baptized on Easter Sunday this last April, which is, I don't know. That's just so cool to me.
Yeah.
Like, I got baptized here at the bridge here in Maryville, and also I see a lot of young people in that church wearing a lot of underwater FlyZone.
Really?
Stuff.
Shout out the bridge. I actually been told that.
I think it's just so cool.
Really?
And
Let's go, baby.
actually, the first time that I went, it had been, man, I hadn't been to church in, it'd been a while. Probably, I would say 2.5 years. And like the only times that I would group church with, like, for example, like Bailey's death.
Yeah.
That was one of the last times I was in a church.
Yeah.
And so I would group things together, like I wasn't trying to, but I was just like, in my head I was just grouping those together.
Yeah. And
I was like, man, this is really difficult. But I just was like, man, I see a lot of people going to the bridge, and I see a lot of success, like in people. It looks like people are happier, like just going. Sure. And I was like, maybe that's what I need. So shout out Tate Oglesby. I was like, man, Tate, we got to go. Like, I don't know. I want you to go with me.
Shout out Tate for real.
And he was like, man, let's go. And man, when I tell you, it felt like this sermon was being preached directly to me. Like, man, it felt like God had, and it wasn't like a feel good. So it was like, you need to think about, and I felt real conviction in the church that day. That's fire. That's what we need sometimes. Like real conviction. Yeah. Like you can do the patting on the butt, like, man, you're doing a good job. But it's like, man, you're in control of this situation. For sure. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, things are going well, but like you said, if I decide to just not want to do this for 1 or 2 days, that could derail 2 or 3 weeks. Exactly, bro. And then that can really snowball. Talking about the momentum and how it can really snowball. It can for the opposite way. Yeah, for sure. It can derail time. So definitely. Like, man, after that moment in that church, I mean, I was crying. Like, I'm not afraid to admit, like, I was crying, like bawling, like, I don't know, having my hand up, talking to God, like in my prayer, like, Lord, thank you for, blessing me with being able to feel this conviction. Like, it was truly something I needed. Yeah. Like, and from that day forward, I don't know, something switched to me, and I was like, I have got to start taking, like, my everyday life more seriously. Like, my relationships with people, my words that I say, like, they matter. Like, they really you never know who you're talking to. Most definitely. Never know who I could be talking to a CEO of some company and say the wrong thing. Like, that's just how I just started thinking that way. And like, or you could be talking to a lady that's on the verge of ending it all. Right. And you could say the wrong thing. Or you could say the right thing and exactly. Change her life. And exactly. Like, and then remind yourself that's the whole reason why I'm continuing to keep going. I only have one tattoo and it says keep going. And that's fire. That's the only tattoo. It was the first tattoo I got after. It was about 1.5 years after Bailey had passed away, and I was just like, man, I gotta get. And it's an arrow, like it doesn't stop. Like you keep going, like, and sometimes I just gotta look down and remind myself, like it's a little scribbly now after some years, but man, that's awesome. But man, that's just I don't know. It's just something that's for me, and like it's a helpful reminder, and I think that whatever that is for you, like for anybody listening, like I think that is so important. You have got to have a reason why. For sure. Like you got to start doing things for a bigger purpose. And that for me, it was God, and for you, it can be whatever it may be, but really, in my opinion, all roads lead to God. So I was just going to say, like when I was thinking today about, I have these reasons, I have a wife, I have a dog. And I thought to myself, there's a lot of people that I even talk to at these schools, or maybe someone watching this that doesn't have any of that. Right. And it's like, what do you do when you have no reason? Well, actually, we all have the same reason, because above everything I mentioned, even above my wife, even above my family, even above all of that, even above this brand, right? I have God, you know? And then when you say that, you'll have the pushback. You'll have I know. If you got God, God's not all that stuff. Here's what I say. If God's not real, then what I experience, if God's not real, whatever I experience when I pray and I feel that peace, whenever I hear that worship music, whatever has changed my life at this going to Paradigm, if it's not God, okay. If I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. So be it. If I'm wrong about this, I don't want to be right. It's changed my life. I couldn't agree more. It's changed your life. It's changed millions of people's lives. I couldn't agree more. I just hope that somebody watching, like stop fighting so hard to be right. Right. And it's, I try to explain it because I have some friends that like, I try to talk to about God. Like, I'm talking about, like, it's a hard convo. But it's like, man, I'm talking about your eternal life.
Yeah.
Like your eternal salvation. I'm
Oh,
not just
definitely.
talking about, and yeah, of course, a relationship with God is super important. But it's like, man, I'm talking about you living forever.
Yeah.
In peace. Like,
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna live forever.
Right.
Or
Right.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's like, yes, it is hard to, like, think of something bigger than you. And it's hard in today's society, I think, especially, it's like, it's hard to think, man, what man would willingly die for my sins who doesn't even know who I am, for my life forever, for all of my grandkids to live without sin?
Yeah.
Why would somebody do that? Of course. And you know what? Valid question.
Especially when he has the power to not have to do that.
Take it. Yeah, he could take it all and say, you know what? I don't want to do this.
Exactly.
So, like, I don't know, man. If that's not a reason to want to do a little bit more and be a better friend, I don't know. We just can't really get along in that aspect, I guess, which is okay.
Definitely.
Like, I'm still going to have big love for you, but
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, I think that's so powerful. And it's tough because, there's like nowadays when we do this podcast, there's public school principals might be watching this, superintendents might be watching this. And it's this crazy back and forth of like, I've been not booked because people think, oh, we can't have him. He'll just preach.
Right.
He'll talk about Jesus. He'll talk about God. He'll talk about Christianity. Can't do any of that in a public school. So I've like had to tame that back.
Go around it.
And then at other times I'll be at like a college and I'll get to say something about God, but I can't go too deep.
Right.
And then I'll have somebody come up to me and be like, man, you should be talking more.
I wish that you talked more.
Yeah. So it's like you can't win, you can't lose. So
Right.
it's just like we just got to be like real. That's my thing. I'm just
you
like
have to be.
Exactly, bro. I'll follow the rules of the public school. I'm definitely following the rules. I agree with the rules.
Right.
I
do too. I think that they're important. I think that rules need to be in place.
Yeah.
However, I think some rules are kind of dumb, and I think that I need to go around those rules.
Yeah, no, like my thing.
Jesus
is like,
had to break some rules to get to where he was like, come on, man,
bro. So I mean,
that's the least I could do. I don't know.
Yeah,
I agree with you, man. It's a weird thing. I didn't even think about that with you, like going to schools and.
No, it's different now. Like doing this podcast now, it's like, man, I can't just wing it like I used to.
Right.
But at the same time, you still can.
But it's like,
because I'm winging this whole thing.
right. But, yeah, I mean, look, we're in your brother's apartment right now.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Hey, man,
but no, it's funny.
It's all good, man. I don't know, man. That's part of it. Like I said, that's part of the process.
Yeah, and it's also like I don't know. I remember looking back. Me and Macy, we had to drive to a funeral recently. Her cousin passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But yeah, it was. I actually never met him, unfortunately. But obviously she did. It was her cousin. But on the drive there, this has nothing to do with that. That's just random fact. We were listening to old podcasts, and I would always be like so afraid to talk about God. And anytime I would make sure to say like, if you don't believe, I'm sorry. Like I was all like timid.
You're like, I do love God, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you love God? Right.
And I would listen back, and I told Macy, I was like, I want to delete these. Like, this is cringy to me. Like,
but it's cool.
Like, stand on what you believe, bro.
Right, but that's God too. Like, you can see where you wanted to be at.
Yeah.
Where God led you to where you are now. Now you're like, man, I am perfectly okay with talking about
most
my
definitely,
faith.
most definitely. But hey, if the public school is watching, I don't do that at my talks at the school. I'm not gonna do y'all like that. Trust me.
Right.
But yeah, man. Shoot. What else we want to get into, bro?
Man, we can talk about anything.
What time we at right now? Because I know I'm trying to get to the Palms around 6-ish. We got 15 more minutes, all right?
All right.
15 more minutes. You want to talk about more mental health? You want to talk about...
we can talk a little bit
I want to talk about your comedy, bro.
Yeah,
is that what you... Unless you had something else.
Well, I was thinking that and just like what kind of ideas I have for 2026.
I want to hear that.
Okay.
And I want to hear... Yeah, let's start
and like
there.
some like resolutions.
Let's start there.
So what I've wanted to do this year, I want to start, and this is truly like because of what I see you're doing. Like you've inspired me so much.
Me?
Yes,
bro.
Like I'm not even saying this. Like I've wanted to do this podcast for so long, and it just feels like now I'm able to like. I don't know, man. It just feels like I needed to have this conversation with you. And
bro, I wish I made it happen sooner. I didn't know.
Bro. No, you weren't. Everything is God's timing.
God's
but
timing
just
for sure.
This is so cool. But I want to start like a sort of like a brand. Like the idea that I have right now, it's called Stay a While. This is in the works, but it's called Stay a While.
Okay. Let's get
And
it.
I kind of want it to be kind of like clothing stuff, like just, but it can be anything. Like I want it to be like motivational. Like I want to go interview my main goal. What I really want to do, like I really want to do a podcast, and I really want to go and talk to parents of suicide, children who have committed suicide.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I want to start, and I want to just go around and I want to talk to people, man. And I want to know, like, I want to raise money for these people, like, especially if it's something that has happened recently. Like, I want to go and be that voice at places where that young kid, whenever I was 16, didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that's something that and I'm very real, man. Like, I will talk to the president the same way I'll talk to a janitor. Like, that's definitely just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's something that I've really wanted to start this year. Like I've always wanted to push myself further, and I'm feeling more motivated than ever in these last like 6 months.
Yeah.
Of just like, man, these are things that I want to do, so like I want to go do them.
Yeah.
And yeah, my resolution really is just, stay on course for what I have and to just trust God.
Definitely.
Like I really do feel like I can do some cool things, and truly, man, what you're doing is just phenomenal. And it's just it's hard not to be motivated with somebody, you doing the similar thing. I'm like, man, this is just so cool. Like, why can't I do something similar?
The only reason any of this has happened, first of all, God, obviously,
Right.
just I've been putting trust. Honestly, this was not going too well when I was in college. I don't know if you knew that. It was it was up and down. It
Right.
was just kind
You're
of
like, am I gonna do this? Or
it was a full blown hobby, a
Right.
full blown just experiment. And I honestly, that was before I really had a relationship with God, But whenever I really started to develop that relationship and started to trust God fully, and we could talk about what that looked like practically, but let's leave out the details.
I got you.
Yeah,
that's for off the camera.
Investing big time. Let's just say that.
Right.
And bro, it
works.
It worked, man.
I'm seeing it work right now. Like that's all the motivation I need
exactly,
right there.
bro. And you know what it is?
What's up?
It's the enemy trying to place these fears and this pressure on me. Why do I feel pressure? This is God. This is God leading me to do this. Why?
Right.
The birds don't fear, if they're going to get their next meal.
Right.
That's in the Bible.
Right.
I don't know the verse. I'm no pastor.
I was going to say, I can't do verses.
Exactly. But bro, like I shouldn't fear that. No. If it's God's plan, it's going to work.
It's going to work every time.
And the other thing is, dude, sometimes people are like, who got this? Who booked this for you? Who did that? Dude, nobody. Nobody taught. Dude, I came to this college, Northwest Missouri State, to teach elementary PE, or to teach PE. I ended up in elementary for a year. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
I used to follow along on Snapchat. I'm like, he's teaching, then he's doing pods, and he's doing pop-ups.
For a year, man.
Like, you were just, you were doing it all.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing a lot more now than I was.
Right, but at the time, you're a 20-year-old kid. You're like, man, I have mountains of
It was
priorities.
wild. It was wild. But like, bro, nobody ever taught me how to run a podcast, do a interview, coordinate, edit, all that. Nobody taught me how to do a clothing brand.
Right.
I knew so little about business that in 2023 I didn't collect sales tax. I just got a letter from the IRS a couple months ago.
Like, hey,
I had to pay 10 grand just randomly.
Wow.
Just because I didn't know a dang thing about business.
Right. And now you're like, well,
I've been collecting sales tax 2024, 2025, but in 2023, that was back when I was selling merch when I was here, I sold merch at no profit. It was bought the shirt for 13, sold it for 15.
Yeah.
Like same exact thing. So,
right.
So like made like $2 a shirt. Bro.
Right.
So I guess technically.
But they're like, we want that.
Yeah, it was a sales tax, bro. It was a sales tax. I didn't know there was income and
right.
This is how little I knew. This is just I say that to prove the point that like, bro, you don't. And people ask like, how did you do speaking? What agency do you work with? Dude, I work with my website. People go to my website, fill the thing out. So I say all that to say, bro, just start.
Right.
Just start. What does starting look like? I don't know what starting look like, but start. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's so cool to hear that, man. Like. Did you ever think that you were gonna be like that's a big question. Like
that's a crazy question.
What was
about that sometimes.
What was the end goal for you back in 2021? What were you thinking? Like, bro, the biggest I'm gonna get is blah. Did you ever have that?
Let me restart the camera and we'll continue.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I don't want this to cut.
Well, I've had questions for you that I wanted to get to.
Okay. We back.
All right.
Okay, did I think that back in 2021 when I started this, if you listen to the first episode, I actually don't know if I said it on the first episode, but somewhere in the first season I said, I'm starting this because I want to start a podcast just because I have a lot to share with the world, but the end goal is to do speaking. So that was in the plan. That it's crazy to see it actually work.
Did you like?
Okay, I'll tell you this. So so it's crazy to see it actually play out because that was the plan. Start a podcast, grow a brand around it, and start getting asked to speak in schools. To actually have that idea in 2021 in my head, I saw the vision. The fact that it actually happened is crazy to me.
That's so cool though.
And like, dude, there's so much to it. Well, I'll talk to you at dinner about the specifics, but now the clothing side. Yeah. Us wearing merch, people at the bridge wearing merch. I got a text yesterday.
When I see people, I saw Post Malone got a shirt given to him. Like,
yeah, this chick comes to a pop-up. She says, hey, I want that shirt, 2 of them in a large. I said, you want 2? Who's the other one for? She was like, oh, it's for Post Malone. I'm gonna give it to him tonight at the show. I said, oh no, I'll give you that one.
Right.
If you don't get it to Post Malone, bring it back.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, if you could get that to Post Malone.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, she
of her. It's so cool, man. Like he's like
crazy.
I don't know. And those sort of artists I love, but like
I love Post.
It's just so cool to like see. Did you ever imagine something like that or like
okay? Let me get into that.
Because it's not that I call it brainstorming, but like I definitely like envision things, and I'm like, man, I want this to happen so bad.
I got this text yesterday right here. I'd screenshotted it. It's my friend Spencer Harris. He said it's dope seeing people at the gym in UWFZ gear when I'm also wearing it. And then he said it's like a little club. And then like 10 minutes later he says, "Yo, I just saw a third person wearing it."
That's crazy.
That type of stuff.
That's so cool, man.
Bro, today at Lee Summit West High School, shout out Lee Summit West, they did a underwater FlyZone themed day. Did you see that?
No. Okay. So cool.
Listen. I go on my Instagram the other day. Someone sent me a post that said, "Yo, look at this." It was Lee Summit West. Now, I don't know how much you know about Lee Summit West.
Not much.
My rival high school when I was in high school. I went to Ray Peck.
Got you.
Lee Summit West and Ray Peck are rivals.
Big rivals.
I hated Lee Summit West.
Right.
Dude, Lee Summit West today had an underwater FlyZone themed day. They were like, it was like a Spirit Week.
Right.
Like one of the days in the Spirit Week was wear underwater FlyZone.
And not only that, it's the last day of the week. That's like the biggest day.
Yeah, bro. So
that's so cool, man.
When I saw that post, I was like,
no way.
What is happening? It's not like this. This ain't my high school.
Right. That's my rival.
They just booked me to speak there in March too. So
that's so cool, man.
Yeah, dude. So like stuff like that. No.
That's
driving
so cool,
driving to Dallas and doing an event. I mean, technically anybody could go to Dallas and do an event. You just got to sign up, pay $280 for the vendor fee. But to go there and actually succeed at the event, stuff like that, nah, bro. That was not in the plans. To I think we sold over like 10,000 pieces last year,
which is amazing.
That was not in the plan. None of that. To have a clothing brand, not in the plan at all.
But I mean, so it's so cool that like your first thought was, man, I want to eventually speak one day. Yeah. And you were like not even thinking about the merch, and now it's like, man, now that I go to these I go here and speak, but like now I can bring my merchandise with me and get my name out even more. Like that's so cool.
Exactly. Dude, what's crazy is like
I always wanted to speak.
The merch was getting so big where I was like, yo, I almost have to take a step back from the merch because it's taking away from the speaking. Right. Like that type of stuff. Nah, bro. No shot.
That's so cool,
that was not in the plan. That was in God's plan.
Speaking is also something that I think is just so cool. Like being able to, and that's kind of like with the comedy. Like, yeah, it's so cool to be able to like control a room.
Yeah, definitely.
And have people really listening to your stories and like, because whenever I tell comedy, man, I tell like personable stories. Like I'm not going up there and, joking around. I mean, like I'm joking obviously, but like I'm telling you real life stories that have happened to me.
For sure. How'd you get into comedy? I got
truly ask. Like there was an ad. So like, I don't know if you guys know what Kill Tony is. It's this thing on YouTube, and every Monday, this guy named Tony Hinchcliffe, he pulls people from a bucket, and they do a minute on the microphone, and then they do like an interview after. So the pub was having something here in Maryville where it was like a comedy night. And it was like, hey, I kind of took it as, okay, everyone, there's going to be multiple people here. They're going to be trying comedy, basically just like a little 5-minute set. And I'm like, I'll try a 5-minute set. Yeah. So I told multiple people, like multiple. I had a lot of love there, which was super cool.
That's awesome.
But I get there, and the guy who's like the MC, which is like the guy that hosts everybody and like our next comedian. So I go up to him, I shake his hand. I get there like an hour before the event starts. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm here to try some comedy. He's like, cool, man. Like, do you want to open up? And I was like, sure. I was like, I don't know how many other people are going to be here. He's like, well, it's you. It was like 2 other guys. And then this guy that used to open up for Larry the Cable Guy. So I'm like,
that's a big name, right?
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy is like from Barnard, especially like around small towns. Like Larry the Cable Guy was like, he was big on my TV growing up. And well, he voices Tow Mater from
no
Cars.
Way.
Yeah,
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so he was I don't know. So I'm like, man, this is not at all. So like I was underprepared. Mm-hmm. 2, I was like, man, I have stuff, I have 5 minutes written down, maybe. Yeah. And he's like, can you do 25 minutes?
Oh my gosh, that's a long time.
Oh, super. That's another thing that people don't realize. Like if you're wanting to get into like speaking or whatever, 5 minutes is so much longer than what you think it is.
Most definitely.
Like you're like, man, I was practicing too. Like, man, I need this joke to last for about 35, 40 seconds. Go on to the next one, transition. And then you're like, man, surely I'll be close. I still had like 2.5 minutes. So
yeah,
I got done with my little set, and then I was just kind of like, I was kind of just like interviewing people like in the crowd, but like they were talking to me, and I'd find a way to find it relatable and funny. And like from that moment though, like I knew I wanted to talk to people.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that I was doing it the right way with comedy. Like I wasn't really prepared for it, but like it was very organic, and I was trying something new. So like I'm not too mad about it, but like I knew right then and there though, like, man, whenever I talk, and this sounds so like corny, but like whenever I talk, people tend to listen.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, it's true. Like, but it's the same with me. Like the same feeling is reciprocated. Like when you talk, man, I'm tuned in, like I'm listening. And it's so important whenever it comes to like, whenever you do want to be public speaking, like know that you've got to grasp that audience. Like you've got to find a way to relate to them, and like, I don't know, get on their level. Like whether that be something you may not have experienced yet or they haven't experienced yet, like make it relatable. And after that, I mean, the opportunities are endless.
No, for sure, bro. And it's crazy. Like it's so true. 5 minutes feels like an eternity.
Yeah.
But when you prepare, 5 minutes feels like 2 seconds.
Yep.
So that's been my thing. Cause whenever I said that, I was like, yo, that's a long time. But then I thought, dude, if someone told me I only got 20 minutes to talk, I'm like, how?
Yeah. How am I going to get my whole message in there?
I want to see, dude, you could literally do a whole thing with comedy. Cause like,
I would love to.
My thing is I go to a school, I talk for 30 minutes, tell my story, tell my presentation. I developed a whole like 30-minute presentation I put on. In the last 30 minutes, we do yard signs.
Right.
Pass out these yard signs. It's a little activity they do.
That's cool.
And bro, that's what I do.
That's cool.
That's
hey man, that's
so
cool.
Like bro, come up with your thing, because genuinely, like they just booked me right here in Maryville.
Really?
Yeah, like
we can talk. Let's talk more about
there's
this.
There's a lot.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm down to help. I'm an open book, bro. I'm trying to see
Absolutely.
people especially people like you that genuinely have that. First of all, the heart. Second of all, you would kill it, bro.
I appreciate
real talk. You would kill it, and I knew from the second that we were talking about this podcast, there's gonna be fire, just because you do have that personality where it's like, literally, when you're talking, people are listening. You have that certain way about you where it's just like, dude, it's a communication style almost.
I appreciate that. Like in school, I enjoyed English. Like, and I don't know, just like how to communicate with people. Like, it was something that I didn't really like school.
Yeah.
Like I went to college for a year. Like that's another thing that people don't really know.
I didn't even know that.
Like a lot of people are like, man, he probably no, man. I did a year in college, and I'm from around here, so like I just knew people that knew people, and like I don't know, I've met a whole bunch of different people, but that's a whole nother story. But I mean, man, that's kind of just how it goes. Like people have so many preconceived ideas about you, and then man, you have a conversation like I had no idea.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's how that actually, and it's like, man, all you needed to do is have a conversation. So like,
for sure,
man. And this is for anybody listening. Like you got something on your chest, man, say it. Like you never know when the last time is, like that you could talk to somebody or whatever, man. Get it off your chest. Like life is way too short to be mad over some dumb stuff, man.
No,
like
for sure,
it's just, I don't know. My problems are not nearly as big of problems as what they were when I was 16. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy because at 16 I thought that my world was over.
Yeah.
But now I'm blessed to be here talking about how upset I was at 16. Like life's
for sure,
life's
bro.
crazy, man. That's how it goes.
That like literally prime example for me in my life was on April 24th, 2017. I found out about my best friend passing away. On April 24th, 2025, I spoke to 3,000 kids at Northwest at my college. It was a dream come true for me.
Right.
So it's like, man, 8 years prior, I was at my absolute lowest. 8 years later, I mean, that was one of the best moments of my life.
Right.
Like truly. So
And you're like, just what a blessing.
exactly,
Like
bro.
there's always a blessing in something, and every message, like God's got something for you, man.
For sure.
Like, that's
And
so cool.
what you were going through at 16, you probably never thought you'd be on a podcast.
No.
Granted, we're in my brother's freaking apartment.
I don't care. I don't care where we are, man.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, absolutely not. Like once again, I never even thought about mental health until that day.
Oh no, me either, dude.
Something that
bro.
I just never was like, not even like consider. Like it just wasn't something that affected me.
No.
And I was,
yeah.
like I said, I was very like close, like short-minded, and just like, well, it's not messing with my every day to day. So, but then whenever it happened to me, I was like, you kind of want that sympathy from people. You're like, man, why is no one else hurting? Like,
Yeah, no, that's so true.
you know what I mean? So
That's
it's like,
so true.
man, how can I expect people to be there for me whenever I wasn't very considerate? So like, flip that switch too. Like, man, you got to really care about people. Like,
Yeah,
you can't have
definitely.
you can't have this whole brand of like underwater and not actually care.
Yeah, that's
Like, I
true.
can't imagine.
Takes
Like,
way too much work.
dude, I could tell after a conversation with you that I'm like, okay, this guy like actually, he cares. Like, authenticity is so
I
important.
appreciate that, and I was actually gonna say that because I naturally am an introverted, quiet person. I don't know if people know that, but I'm. Really
I did not know that.
I'm
yeah.
just like more of like, dude. I'm more to myself. Like,
Yeah.
Like I really don't hang out with many people. Like
Yeah.
I was literally gonna go to the Palms tonight by myself.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let him go to the Palms by
Yeah,
himself.
but like that would have been just
Yeah.
okay. Like
Right.
that's me, bro.
I cannot do that. Like,
but,
I'm the complete opposite.
I say that to say that the reason I'm able to communicate with people is because I genuinely care about people.
Right.
Like I can talk to you. I can talk to people at pop-ups, people I never met. They come to the booth because I literally love them. You know, I love people. A lot of
Absolutely.
people in the world don't love people. I feel like that's a big switch we need. I just love people. I don't care if you're, you know, from this side of the aisle or
don't
from that
care.
side. I love all people. And
Absolutely.
the other thing is I have nothing to hide.
Right.
Like that's the
Right.
big thing
How
too.
can I not? How can
Yeah.
I not tell you everything about myself? Like,
Yeah.
I will tell you, I'm an open book, man.
Literally, bro. I'm almost too open to the point where I need to be like, yo.
A little bit close to
Yeah,
right.
I need to chill.
I'm like, man, because as unfortunate it is, some people can use that against you.
Oh, most definitely. And it's
And,
already
like,
happened, man. I already had people.
That's unfortunate,
Yeah, I
man.
already had people. Dude, plenty of people.
I
But,
promise
hey,
you
it
this
is what
though.
it is,
Hey,
bro.
that ain't never gonna happen here.
Hey,
that ain't never gonna happen.
No doubt,
here.
bro. No
Absolutely.
doubt. But hey, bro, I think it's about time to. Yeah, it's past.
Let's
6,
watch.
so
Let's watch Indiana beat Oregon.
Let's
go do that.
Let's do it, baby. But
Absolutely.
anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Jordan, we're gonna run this back because I feel
Absolutely,
like
bro.
you deserve. I want you to come down to the studio.
I would love to.
Let's do that. And let's do
Absolutely.
that like not in the next 4 years. Let's do it in the
Like,
4
next
months.
4 months.
Yeah,
Or
something
4
like
weeks,
that.
man. We'll figure something out for sure.
Literally, bro. We'll make it happen.
I'm
But,
down.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys. Hope you love this man because you're
Thank
going to
you,
see
guys.
him again, baby.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, new promo code for anybody that stayed this long. YLIWL, all caps, 26, the number 26. Free shipping on the website if you want any merch. We did just get 4 orders today, so we're back on track a little bit, but it's still been a slow start to the year, so hit me up on there. We're about to drop some fire. This might actually already be out by the time the fire comes out, so be on the lookout. But
I'll get
anyways,
a sneak peek. I'll let you guys know what it looks like.
Let's go, dude. It's gonna be tough. But anyways,
Absolutely.
love you guys. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Appreciate you
Don't
guys.
take the headphones off yet, by the way. We
All
gotta
right.
get a pic.
All right. Bet.
Hey, just go
Bro,
back.
I think that went super well.
Yeah, no, that was fire, dude.
That was awesome.
I always like just to chop it up.